Welcome one and all to the Zita Nation. This is the beginning of the revolution. We here at the Zita Nation fully and proudly support and endorse same-sex marriage. If you don't know or choose not to tip properly, then go to McDonald's. What is the point of giving us a certain time for our appointment? Stop wasting my time. Some guy was caught naked eating another man's face. Am I the only one that's seeing the beginning of the zombie apocalypse coming here? I think that the TTC is starting to really piss me off. My boss is a total dick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the revolution. Well, welcome back to the Fortress of Solitude. Your host, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Emperor Zita, your host with the most. It's about wrestling, best in the world. We want Ryder. He absolutely humiliated Michael Cole, which is always good. Have a nice day! Bang bang! Ooh yeah! Dig it! Awesome! Suck it! It's a slobber knocker, ladies and gentlemen! Holla if you hear me! What you gonna do when the Zita Nation runs wild on you? Comic books?
Comic book day!
It's comic book day again! And where do we go for comic book day?
Avengers issue 4.
Action Comics, issue 41.
Right off the bat.
Avengers vs. X-Men book.
Is Captain America, simply because of the writer, Ed Brubaker. We've got the Winter Soldier, about the new Avengers. Secret Agent, Oregon. Stuff that you'll really enjoy.
And basically, the smart meters are more like a surveillance. Different cultures from all over the world talking about the reptilians. OldCanadaMovie.com. The thorium is quite plentiful.
Why does she need $900 billion? She's the richest person in the world.
JFK2, the Bush Connection.
My wife.
I'm hungry. I'm sore. I'm hungry. And I'm tired. I'm eating. You're interrupting me. And when you shine that camera on me, I feel even more nauseous. And you're annoying me even more.
My daughter.
This is Scott. This is Nikki. That's Lord Frank Iris of the Land of Chichoni. Mark Zenko, he writes all the music you guys listen to.
At Mr. DPF on Twitter.
The Duchess of Korea.
Hello.
My best friend Tony.
My family.
That's my brother-in-law.
My younger brother Alex is in Korea.
Hi.
Hi, Grandma Patty.
Because we will have a major announcement that will change the face of the Zita Nation forever.
There's a fun in the oven. Pregnant!
There is another Zita coming soon.
Having a boy.
I have to climb the steps of doom with this stroller.
Back to the steps of doom.
God, these steps are gonna kill me.
Steps of doom time once again.
Yeah, so this is where I work now. We're here at the zoo today. That's right, we're going to the museum. Hello, people. So we are here, we are at the X.
We're making sauce.
So we're here at the Cancel and Michael Toy Warehouse sale. At the Avengers premiere. We are headed down to the Spider-Man movie. So we are headed to the midnight show of The Dark Knight Rises. So we are going to see Madagascar.
So, we're headed down to the theater. We're going to go see Brave tonight with Catherine.
Down to see The Expendables 2.
This is Electric Nights by the Drop Dead Pinups. Zita Nation, IQ, HBA represent for life. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, well, greetings and salutations, all you fans, friends, family, and followers of the Zita Nation. Thank you for joining us here for the 6-month anniversary episode of The Revolution. Thank you for joining us for episode 26. I am your host with the most. I am Emperor Zita, coming to you, as always, from the Fortress of Solitude here in Etobicoke, Ontario, Canada. So this week I have a very special episode for you guys. Hope you enjoyed the little blast from the past vignette that you just saw, inspired by Supernatural. Plus this week in Empress Mag's update, she will update us on her pregnancy, but she will also tell you how we met. And I am going to show you how beautiful my wife looked on our wedding day and the vows that we spoke to each other that afternoon. Plus, we have an extended comic book day this week. You're going to find out the history of Fred as a comic book collector and the history of Excalibur Comics as a store. We're also going to take a trip back to Kelseys to see some of the new menu items that we will be premiering this week. So it's been a while since I have complained about something, but this week there has been something in the news, and I'm sure you guys have heard about it. It's about Amanda Todd, the young Canadian girl who was bullied so badly that she put up a YouTube video to try and fight back against the bullies and get her story out there. All that did was exacerbate the situation and cause the bullies to come after her even harder. I am a victim of bullying. I was bullied most of my life. It wasn't until I started hanging around with some older guys who could watch my back that the bullying stopped. I've been called every name in the book. I've always been a little bit chubby, a little bit fat, and people used to make fun of me for it. In the case of Amanda Todd, what I would like to know is where the school authorities were in this situation. Where were the parents of these kids that were bullying her? What were they doing? Were they that unaware of what their children were doing to this poor girl? Ultimately, it resulted in Amanda Todd taking her life. I think they should be charged, and I think they should spend the next 25 years in jail, because what they did is equivalent to murder. At least in my eyes. Anyways, enough from me. Let's get on with the show. Rock and roll, baby! And here we go.
Oh, my heartburn is kicked this week. So, and it kicks in the middle of the night, like between 1 and 2 in the morning. And I wake up and it feels like it's gonna come out my throat. Like cramps kicking in with a vengeance. He's really more active now than ever. 27 weeks now, so from 27 to 32 is when they're at their most active state. And man, he's thumping. I'm getting short-winded because it's close to my ribcage. Getting more so every week. My bad. My maternity pants fit. Actually, they're still kind of loose, so that's okay. But shirts, there's some shirts that make me look like Shamu, and there's some shirts that make me look slender. I met him at karaoke at a bar, and actually I thought he was dating somebody for about a year, and apparently he thought I was dating somebody for about a year, and I was sick of men. I went to Cuba on vacation, and when I came back he found out I was single and asked me out. I've been stuck with him ever since. 4 years, 2 kids. So far, so good. I haven't killed him yet.
For we are gathered here to witness, celebrate, and join in with the wedding of Magdalena Przybyszewska and Michael Anthony Zita. Zita and Magda have each written their own vows.
Michael, it wasn't long after we met that I knew I loved you and wanted to spend the rest of my life with you. There's so many things that I love about you. It would take me all night to list them all, so I've joined just a few. I love your smile and your laugh. I love how you tuck me in when you're not ready to bed. Or how you play with my hair on my back when I can't sleep. I just need to relax. I love how you make me feel like I'm the beautiful, affordable in the world. I love how you are such an amazing father, a beautiful mother cat, and how you do anything to take care of her, protect her, us. When I go today in front of our family and friends, I take you to my husband and partner in life, as well as in crime. I promise to always cherish and respect you. I promise to be forever faithful to you, to comfort you through good times and bad times, as well as in sickness and in health. I promise to stand by you, whether we are rich or poor, or when I go shopping. I promise that when we are old and wrinkly and cranky, I will still want to hold your hand and go on dates with you. I don't know how to express everything I need. You're the love of my life as well as my very best friend. And becoming your wife is true. Mike, I love you with all my heart, and I promise to keep on loving you for infinity and beyond +1 on top of whatever you say.
To my Empress Magdalene, I stand here in front of all of our friends and family for one simple reason. I love you. I love you more than anything in this universe, and I want everyone here to know it. If you ever wonder why, well, I'm about to tell you every reason I can think of. I only have one problem, and that's where should I start? See, babe, I spent what feels like eons searching high and low, far and wide for the other half of my heart, the missing piece of my soul. I found only heartbreak, loneliness, and pain as I traveled this path that was set before me. I thought I would end up wandering this world alone for the rest of my days, until something really happened. You became a part of my life, and I finally found that person, the heart and soul I've been looking for. You, my love, are it. The other half, the missing piece, and I truly believe it was written in the stars that you and I were always destined to be. You make me feel like I can lead armies to conquer the world. Your faith and confidence in me is how I get up every morning to help take care of this little monkey. I mean, just look at, where is she? I lost her. I mean, just look at this wonderful princess we created. She's perfect, just like her amazing mother gave her. That thought of coming home to you two, to the family we made, is what gets me through work every day. I hope you don't think that's all. There are so many things that I love about you. It's almost too much to put in the words. I think most of all, it's got to be your kiss. You can tell the one by the kiss. The way you kiss me drives me mad, wild, and crazy. It makes me want to devour you whenever we're alone. The love and passion.
Here we go. Rated X.
I never want to stop. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more because, quite frankly, you're the greatest woman I've ever known. You know all the things that make you so awesome? What I see when I look at you, the words that come to mind? Brilliant, loving, irresistibly, gorgeously beautiful. You have soulful eyes, the greatest smile, trusting, patient, sexy, naughty, perfect mom, a wicked partner, funny, tough, kind-hearted, and the strongest woman I've ever known. You're pretty much everything I could have ever wished for in a wife, and I still marvel every day that you love me, in spite of all my faults and eccentricities, because I know sometimes I can be a real pain in the ass. You put up with all my crap, my insanity, and I can't help but be honored that you're choosing to spend the rest of your life with me. I'm honored by that, and I promise to honor you the same way for the rest of our lives together. I promise to cherish you, to love you, to try to never ever hurt you, and spend every day trying to make you as happy as you make me. You are my soulmate, pure and simple. You're the hope to my Bo, the Kelly to my Zach, now you're the Princess Leia to my Han Solo, and I can't imagine the rest of eternity without you. I simply could not get through this life or any other without you by my side. I love you more than anything in existence, more than wrestling, comic books, television, food, water, life, anything you can think of. I give you my heart, my soul, my love, my life, and I take you, Magdalena Prishwishevska, to be my lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, for richer or poor, in sickness and in health, as long as we both shall live.
It's Clever Night!
So the big news out of Monday night, CM Punk will be facing Ryback at Hell in a Cell. I want to see how Punk gets out of Hell in a Cell
without losing the title. And I want to see if Ryback can get out of the cell without being pinned or defeated. I'm thinking it's going to be a no contest because Paul Heyman is going to ask a favor of one of his other clients. I'm thinking Lesnar will show up at the pay-per-view, attack Ryback to set up Lesnar Ryback at the Royal Rumble.
Woo-woo, you know it.
I wanted to say a special thank you to the Long Island IZ, Zack Ryder, because 26 weeks ago you inspired me to do this show, and it is still going strong 6 months later. So thank you, Zack Ryder, for being my inspiration. Thank you, Zack Ryder, for being compelling television, and thank you, Zack Ryder, for being one of my daughter's favorite wrestlers. So Ryder this week jobbed out again, and then he got beat down with Santino by 3MB. 3MB? Really? You put 3 guys who couldn't make it on their own as a faction? I want to see Santino and Zack Ryder attack and destroy 3MB. Hey, at least they're giving Zack Ryder a storyline, finally.
Take my hair.
Now TNA this week was just unbelievably good. Bound for Glory had some amazing matches. Bobby Roode and James Storm tore the house down. Austin Aries and Jeff Hardy put on a clinic. Every match on the card was done well. Even the big Aces and Eights reveal, although it really didn't reveal much, except for that Devon as a member, was a decently done match. And how well did Devon and TNA play the marks on the internet by saying he didn't resign and he was going down to WWE and all this and that, and then he is revealed to have never left the company. What a great job by TNA of working the marks.
Yes, 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 yes.
So we are here at Kelseys on the Queensway at this ungodly hour on a Saturday morning to learn the new items that we'll be putting on our menu. Some of them are actually incredibly delicious looking. So we'll take you inside, show you some of the stuff that we'll be making today. Salivate and enjoy.
Look at that, seafood lovers pasta.
That's our fire grilled steak with chipotle shrimp. Looks absolutely delicious. Asian chicken noodle bowl. And here we have the pulled pork and bacon poutine.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Ross. Boom! Brownie poppers, baby.
3, 2, 1. Oh yeah.
I don't want to be that anymore. Cinderella zombie with makeup. I don't. Let's try. Look at that itchy. He's monkey down it. Please don't leave it on my room. I can't wait. And you're going to have to go to the hospital. Because you have to go in the ambulance. Because you have to get checked up. The big so high back. It's a monster. Then you find Spock now. I don't want you to do it. Smoking. Hey, that tickle. Oh, Mommy. You're pushing out my nuts. Yeah, the knock. I love the cow. But I never not go.
So it's comic book day. We are here at home on our way headed out to Rob's. We are here on our special 6-month anniversary episode. That's why Catherine's in her rain jacket. We have our umbrellas in our bag. We are headed down to Rob's. We will talk to you guys when we get down there. So we will see you soon, people.
See you soon, people.
We are back here at Excalibur Comics. And Catherine's climbing upstairs again. We avoided having to make this a step to do by bringing the stroller today. No stroller again, thank God. This is Excalibur Comics, 3030 Bloor Street West, upstairs above the Kingsway Theater.
Years and years ago, we were collecting comic books. We've always been comic book collectors, but we used to go at the variety stores rather than pick them up before there were comic book stores, right? And then at one point, my brother discovered Baca, a little science fiction store, and they sold comic books. Now, Ron Van Luten branched out from Baca, had different opinion, and set up his own store, the Silver Snail. That's how eventually we wound up going to the Silver Snail. But at one point, this is quite a few years back, I met Howie. I went to another comic book store and I persuaded my brother we should go to that comic book store. We did, but Howie's store didn't last too long. It lasted for a few years. And then we went to another comic book store with a character called Lawrence Jorgensen. He had his store, and at one point he was having problems with his landlord. And anyway, I met Gordon Chin there. And with Gordon, he was selling stuff in his dad's basement. So I went to their basement to buy the books there. And then Rob then put out his store. And I eventually went to Rob's in 1987. And I continued since then. I've been going to Rob's since then. Big comic book fan from basically the early 60s to the present. I like collecting books that reprint Golden Age stuff because that's stuff I couldn't afford to begin with. The price has risen and stuff, and sometimes the books were really good and sometimes they're just plain crap. Certain writers I've enjoyed, like Stan Lee and Roy Thomas, Bendis and Ed Brubaker, which I always plug forever because I love this stuff. I've been a big fan of also the artists. I mean, I love Kirby and Ditko, but another guy that I used to love was John Buscema, and unfortunately he passed away some years ago, but I remember enjoying collecting the Conan comic book, not just the color comic, but the Black Savage Sword of Conan, the black and white one. It was one of the things we loved was when we were collecting the black and white horror comics like Creepy Eerie and Vampirella. Well, we've got quite a few.
Yeah?
I'm sure I've had more than you do. No, not like 100,000 or anything like that, but we've got it, you know, in the thousands of books, okay? It's the last Bendis issue on this book, and it's quite good because it has one of our favorite villains, Thanos, in it. The End Times books, and it looks interesting, but what bothers me is that they're canceling the New Avengers. I don't know, start over again, I don't know. We'll see what happens. From DC Comics, Justice League, always. I love Justice League, so one of the few superhero groups that I pick up. So I'm looking forward also to the new Justice League that David Finch will be drawing, because David Finch will be drawing it. Let's not forget our friends, Walking Dead. Still a damn good book, and there's still a lot of interesting shit's happening in it. But in some ways, it's different from the TV series. So, you know, some things you can recognize, and some things you won't. Now, the Marvel art of Mike Deodato. A lot of it are basically covers. There's a lot of She-Hulk stuff, really nice, and a lot of artwork by Mike Deodato. I love this guy, so this is a book I would recommend for people to pick up because the artwork is just beautiful and stuff.
Well, actually, my little brother started the cash line. Grade 8. His teacher ran a comic club, and he would buy the comics from his teacher. Grade 9, he'd say, well, he'll do just like his teacher, sell them to any and everybody. So what he basically did was go to conventions and hand out a flyer, and every Saturday and Sunday, customers come to the house. Eventually, I met a customers like Fred, so we knew Fred even before we opened the store in 3030 Bush Street West. He used to show up in our house every weekend. Eventually my brother, he went to university. He didn't want to do books anymore. And I was in accounting. I didn't want to do the bookkeeping anymore, so I said, well, I'll open a store. And we opened it in April 1987. About 25 years now. We've been doing it. So it's lots of fun. Meet a lot of people, nice people. I'd do it all over again if I were to do it again. I would do it over again, sure. Hopefully maybe we can hang on for another 25 years. Who knows? Never sold it, but a customer friend of mine brought it in. It was Action 1. He actually let me hold it, actually. Many times they've been trying to break in, at least 3-4 times. One time they did break in, and man, they took everything in my glass case. It was in and out. We phoned all the stores and helped with Diamond Comics. They told all the comic stores in the area, Ontario, what was missing and so forth. I guess never surfaced in the market yet. Still looking for it though. You used to come in with your little brother and you guys used to fight all the time. Your mom would come as well. Yell at you guys, tell you guys to mind your manners. But you never listen to her anyways. Now you guys are way bigger than me, taller than me and everything. And now Alex has gone to Korea and you're married with kids now. Holy smokes. A customer friend of mine came in and he told me this lady, and she said her grandmother used to practice the Jewish Kabbalistic thing for over 15 years. And the one thing she told her not to do was to go into the internet. Because it's all high def now, even your TVs. They can actually show you certain patterns on the TV or the computer, and it would manipulate your thought patterns. If they could do that, wow, that's pretty amazing or devious, I don't know. Look at your daughter, it's the same thing. She's staring at the thing. I don't think it's the actual story or the character. I think it's the lights. It's just flashing at her. It's just mesmerizing her. She just zoned in. And I find myself doing that too. We have to be careful with the high def stuff because every computer now they sell you, and every TV now there's a video camera and a recorder. So we also have these speakers and the cameras in every new computer and TV that they sell us now, especially in high def. So it's like 1984, Orwell's 1984. We've been monitored, we've been recorded on a supercomputer, everything we do. And when they need to bring it up, they can all just go into the computer and fish it out. And use the information to their benefit. Whatever.
Well, time is up here today on the Zita Nation. Thank you for joining us for another week of the Revolution. Check out all of our other episodes right here on YouTube. Come back again next week for a brand new episode right here on YouTube. And follow my channel, Emperor Zita, right here on YouTube. Go out and pick up our Drop Dead Pinups. Electric Night CD. Check out their show at the Hard Rock on November 9th. And follow them on Twitter at Drop Dead Pinups. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Emperor Zita. Head down to Excalibur Comics for all your comic book related needs. A big thank you to everyone who's helped us out so far with the show. Thank you very much for helping us get to 26 episodes, and hopefully we will have another 26 episodes for you to go. And finally, The Rock has come back to the Zita Nation. You're best to shut your damn mouth and know your damn role before The Rock lays a smackdown on you. He's going one-on-one with the Great One. We'll drag your monkey ass up Jabroni Drive, down Know Your Role Boulevard, and check your Rudy Poo candy ass into the Smackdown Hotel, where you get a complimentary fist in the mouth, foot shined up real nice, turned sideways, and stuck straight up your candy ass. And for the millions, and The Rock means the millions of The Rock's fans chanting his name, Rocky, 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 Rocky. Do ya smell? Whoa. This ain't sing-along time with The Rock. You come to The Rock show, you come to the Zita Nation, and you interrupt the people's chant, the jabroni-beating, pie-eating, trail-blazing, eyebrow-raising, unstoppable Brahma Bull. Well, The Rock wants to know one thing. Who in the blue hell are you? It doesn't matter who you are, because I am the people's champ, the Great One, the most electrifying man in sports and entertainment today. And if you ain't down with that, well then The Rock's got 3 words for you. Just bring it. If you smell Wow! With a rock!